There is a quiet, almost imperceptible force that draws two souls toward one another when they are destined to meet. It is not a matter of coincidence, nor the alignment of mere chance, but the subtle recognition of deeper patterns within the psyche. When two people are meant to be together, they encounter each other with a sense of familiarity that cannot be explained by logic alone. There is an unconscious resonance, a recognition of qualities, traits, and even unspoken vulnerabilities that mirrors their own inner world. In their presence, time and space seem to fold, and moments feel charged with a profound significance. The connection emerges not from superficial attractions or social convenience, but from a shared harmony at the level of the soul, as though the very fabric of their being is calling them together. This experience often carries an almost mystical quality, where words are insufficient to capture the sense of inevitability and recognition. When these individuals meet, they sense a subtle alignment that feels both comforting and electrifying. The familiarity is not casual. It arises from the interplay of inner archetypes, the invisible patterns that shape personality and destiny. They respond to each other in ways that feel natural, effortless, and deeply satisfying, as though the other has always been an essential part of the puzzle of their own existence. There is a pull that cannot be resisted, an unconscious awareness that their lives are intertwined in ways that transcend the ordinary. Often, this recognition manifests in subtle ways: shared interests, mirroring of emotional rhythms, or even an uncanny understanding of each other's thoughts. It is the quiet certainty that this meeting is not arbitrary, but meaningful, a moment in which the universe, or the deeper structures of the psyche, signals the unfolding of a preordained connection. This destined encounter is transformative because it bypasses surface-level understanding and speaks directly to the soul. There is a deep knowing that arises from the recognition of something greater than individual desire, a sense that two paths, once separate, are converging as part of a larger pattern. The pull toward each other encourages self-reflection, awareness, and growth, as each person begins to see themselves more fully in the reflection offered by the other. The relationship in this sense becomes a mirror not only of compatibility, but of unacknowledged potential, of parts of the psyche that long for recognition. It is through this encounter that individuals often awaken to aspects of themselves that had previously been hidden or dormant, a process that deepens both intimacy and personal development. Ultimately, when two people are destined to be together, there is a subtle, undeniable inevitability to their union. It is a meeting of consciousness and unconsciousness, of seen and unseen forces, guided by patterns that are larger than the individuals themselves. Their connection resonates beyond circumstance, logic, or superficial attraction, drawing them together through recognition, familiarity, and profound inner alignment. The moment of meeting carries an almost sacred weight, a quiet certainty that the bond is not accidental, but an expression of something timeless and essential. Those who experience it often feel that they have finally found a part of themselves reflected outside, a truth that words cannot fully capture, and a connection that reshapes their understanding of love, destiny, and the intricate dance of human life. When two people are destined to be together, their meeting often brings forth a reflection of themselves in the other that cannot be ignored. This is not merely about shared interests or compatibility, but about the subtle, often hidden aspects of personality that each person carries within. The other person becomes a mirror, revealing not only the light within, but also the shadow, the parts of the self that have been suppressed, ignored, or denied. These shadows can take many forms: unhealed wounds, insecurities, or unresolved fears. Yet when seen through the lens of a destined connection, these reflections are not meant to harm, but to awaken awareness. There is an uncanny sense that the other person understands what lies beneath the surface, even before it is spoken. This mirroring creates a powerful dynamic, a dance between recognition and confrontation, where growth and transformation become possible precisely because the connection is so profound. This reflection of shadows can be both challenging and illuminating. Often, individuals notice traits in the other that stir discomfort or curiosity within themselves. These moments of tension are not accidents. They are signposts that point toward areas of personal development. When two people are truly aligned by destiny, these reflections are not cruel or overwhelming, but rather catalytic. They inspire introspection and push each individual to confront the aspects of themselves that have been hidden from conscious awareness. In this sense, a destined relationship functions as a mirror and a guide, revealing both potential and limitation. There is a subtle recognition that the discomfort is necessary for growth, and that the presence of the other is not simply for companionship, but for mutual awakening and the deepening of self-understanding. The mirroring of shadows also fosters authenticity. When both people feel the reflection of their inner world in the other, there is a natural inclination to let go of pretenses and embrace their true selves. In ordinary relationships, masks are often maintained to ensure comfort or acceptance, but destined connections encourage the removal of these facades. This creates a space where vulnerability is welcomed, and honesty is experienced not as judgment but as intimacy. Each person becomes a mirror, not only for flaws, but also for the capacities and strengths that might have been overlooked. The connection becomes a crucible in which the soul is refined, as the reflection of shadows encourages deeper understanding, empathy, and alignment with one's authentic self. Ultimately, the meeting of shadows is the hallmark of a union that is meant to be. The sense of inevitability emerges not from ease or convenience, but from the depth of mutual recognition, including those parts that are uncomfortable or challenging. These reflections are subtle, often appearing in moments of tension, choice, or emotional resonance, yet they carry profound meaning. When two people are destined for each other, they recognize the necessity of these encounters, understanding that growth, wholeness, and intimacy are born from the interplay of light and shadow. The relationship becomes more than a connection. It is a mirror of the soul, a catalyst for transformation, and a testament to the invisible forces that guide destined paths toward unity and profound understanding. When two people are destined to be together, their meeting often carries a sense of meaningful coincidence that cannot be ignored. Events align in ways that feel orchestrated, as though invisible threads have guided their paths to converge at the perfect moment. Meetings, encounters, or even small gestures occur in a sequence that seems improbable, yet undeniably significant. This is the language of synchronicity, where external events mirror the internal resonance of their connection. It is not that chance has orchestrated their meeting, but rather that the alignment arises from a deeper order within the fabric of life, reflecting patterns that transcend logic or planning. The individuals sense this alignment intuitively, a quiet certainty that each encounter, each obstacle, and each convergence is part of a larger unfolding that draws them closer. These moments carry a subtle awe, a feeling that they are participants in a narrative far greater than themselves, and that the timing of their union is not random but meaningful in ways that speak directly to the soul. Synchronicity in destined relationships often appears in small but profound ways. Perhaps a casual meeting occurs at an unexpected location, or a conversation begins with a question that seems guided by unseen forces. Even delays, detours, or challenges may serve to redirect both individuals toward one another, creating circumstances that make the eventual meeting inevitable. This alignment of events fosters a sense of trust in the unfolding of life, as each person senses that the path toward union is being supported by forces beyond conscious control. The recognition of such patterns heightens the perception of destiny, deepening the emotional and spiritual connection between the two individuals. The mind may struggle to rationalize these coincidences, but the heart perceives their significance instantly, creating a shared awareness that their paths were always meant to intersect. The power of synchronicity lies not only in the external events, but also in the inner awakening it stimulates. When two people experience these meaningful alignments, they are reminded that life operates on multiple levels simultaneously, both seen and unseen. The connection encourages reflection on the deeper patterns of existence and the forces that guide human relationships. Each coincidence, each unexpected turn, serves as a subtle reminder that they are part of a shared journey with purpose and direction. This awareness fosters patience, mindfulness, and appreciation for the subtle forces that operate in their lives, shaping the meeting of destined souls into something that is felt as inevitable rather than forced. Ultimately, synchronicity reinforces the sense of inevitability and depth in a destined union. The patterns of alignment, the timing of encounters, and the meaningful coincidences all contribute to the recognition that this connection is guided by forces beyond ordinary perception. There is a quiet, profound certainty that every event, no matter how small, has played a role in bringing the two individuals together. This understanding deepens trust, strengthens emotional attunement, and nurtures the belief that their meeting is not merely happenstance, but an expression of a larger, harmonious order that guides them toward each other and the shared experiences that lie ahead. When two people are destined to be together, there is an unspoken harmony in the way they perceive and respond to one another's emotions. This attunement goes beyond surface-level empathy or polite understanding. It is a subtle resonance of inner states, a recognition of moods, intentions, and feelings before they are fully expressed. They sense each other's joys, anxieties, and unspoken longings intuitively, as if the other's emotional rhythms are an extension of their own. This connection fosters a sense of safety and belonging, allowing both individuals to reveal their authentic selves without fear of judgment or rejection. Even in moments of silence, they communicate volumes through gestures, glances, and the rhythm of presence. Such attunement is rarely accidental. It emerges naturally when two inner worlds are aligned at a profound level, creating a depth of intimacy that is both rare and transformative. The emotional resonance acts as a bridge, linking conscious experience with unconscious understanding, and forming the foundation of a connection that feels inevitable and destined. This kind of attunement often manifests as a form of effortless understanding. Words become secondary because the emotional cues between the two are so precisely received and interpreted. There is an intuitive awareness of what the other needs, whether it is support, space, or affirmation. This capacity to sense and respond to subtle shifts in mood creates a dynamic of trust and mutual care, reinforcing the sense that their meeting was meant to be. Emotional attunement also encourages patience and compassion, as each person becomes increasingly aware of the vulnerabilities and inner rhythms of the other. This awareness cultivates a relationship environment where both partners feel fully seen, not only in their strengths but also in their insecurities, fostering a rare kind of authenticity and connection that is difficult to achieve in ordinary relationships. Such resonance does not emerge instantly, but grows as the individuals engage deeply with each other. Through shared experiences, challenges, and reflection, the attunement strengthens, revealing layers of mutual understanding that might otherwise remain hidden. This deepening of perception allows each person to anticipate reactions, recognize needs before they are expressed, and respond with intuitive care. Emotional attunement also amplifies the sense of destiny because the two begin to feel that their connection transcends mere social or circumstantial factors. It is as though their inner worlds were always meant to intersect, and the relationship functions as a mirror reflecting the subtle and often unconscious dimensions of their emotional selves. Ultimately, emotional attunement is a defining feature of a destined connection because it creates a sense of wholeness and harmony between two individuals. The ability to sense, understand, and respond to each other's inner lives nurtures a profound bond that feels both natural and essential. It fosters mutual growth, deepens intimacy, and establishes a level of communication that goes beyond words, reflecting a unity of spirit and consciousness. When two people experience this resonance, they recognize that their meeting was never accidental, but the unfolding of a shared journey guided by forces that operate quietly, subtly, yet irresistibly, bringing them together with a certainty that is both comforting and transformative. When two people are destined to be together, their union often serves as a catalyst for personal transformation. This is not transformation forced by external pressures, but an organic evolution that arises naturally from the depth of connection between them. Each individual begins to encounter aspects of themselves that have previously been unrecognized, unacknowledged, or suppressed. The presence of the other acts as a mirror, reflecting not only strengths and virtues, but also areas that require growth and integration. Through this reflection, each person is called to confront old patterns, fears, and insecurities, and to embrace new ways of thinking and being. The relationship becomes a vessel for self-discovery, offering opportunities to cultivate patience, compassion, and authenticity, as well as a deeper understanding of what it means to truly know oneself in the context of an intimate bond. This process of transformation is often subtle and gradual, yet profoundly impactful. Small interactions, shared experiences, and moments of emotional resonance can trigger significant inner shifts, revealing insights that would have been difficult to reach in isolation. Each individual challenges the other in ways that are constructive rather than destructive, guiding one another towards self-realization without coercion. Through mutual support and recognition, both partners are encouraged to move beyond limiting beliefs, fears, or attachments, fostering a greater sense of freedom and authenticity. The destined nature of the connection amplifies this effect because the individuals instinctively respond to each other with openness and receptivity, allowing transformation to occur organically and harmoniously. Destined relationships also challenge individuals to integrate previously overlooked aspects of their character. The meeting of two aligned souls creates conditions in which old habits, emotional blocks, or unconscious patterns are brought to awareness. These challenges, while sometimes uncomfortable, are essential for growth. Rather than creating division, they provide a safe and supportive environment in which self-awareness is nurtured. Each person learns to navigate both their own inner world and the relational dynamics with clarity and maturity, cultivating emotional intelligence and resilience. This shared journey of transformation strengthens the bond, creating a foundation built not only on affection but also on mutual evolution and deep understanding. Ultimately, personal transformation is one of the defining features of a destined relationship. The bond serves as a mirror, a guide, and a catalyst, encouraging each person to expand their consciousness and embrace a fuller expression of themselves. Growth emerges naturally from the interplay of recognition, challenge, and support, fostering both individual and shared evolution. When two people are truly aligned by destiny, they do not merely coexist. They inspire one another to become more complete, more authentic, and more attuned to the deeper patterns of life. In this way, the relationship becomes more than a connection. It is a living process of transformation, guided by forces that operate subtly, profoundly, and inevitably, bringing the individuals toward wholeness in each other's presence. Even when two people are destined to be together, life often tests the connection through time, distance, and circumstance. Challenges may arise in the form of physical separation, personal obligations, or unforeseen events that seem to create barriers between them. Yet, despite these obstacles, there exists a persistent pull that keeps the bond alive. This persistence is not born from mere longing or habit, but from a deep inherent resonance between the individual's inner worlds. The connection withstands trials because it is rooted in a profound alignment of consciousness and unconscious forces, where both individuals instinctively recognize the significance of the other. Even when separated, there is a constant, subtle awareness that their lives are intertwined, and this awareness preserves the bond across time and space. In many ways, these tests serve to clarify the depth and authenticity of the connection, revealing that destiny is not always immediate or convenient, but enduring and purposeful. Separation and challenge often intensify the sense of inevitability. When circumstances delay or complicate a union, each individual may feel a subtle yet undeniable sense of incompleteness in the absence of the other. This longing is not rooted in dependency, but in recognition. A realization that the relationship fulfills a unique and essential role in their life journey. External conditions may create periods of reflection, self-exploration, or growth that are necessary before the full expression of the connection can emerge. In this sense, obstacles are not accidental, but part of the larger orchestration that ensures both individuals are ready to meet and engage fully when the time is right. The patience required during such periods often strengthens the bond, cultivating trust, resilience, and an appreciation for the rare alignment they share. The persistence of the bond through challenges demonstrates that destined relationships operate beyond ordinary constraints. It is not merely proximity or frequency of interaction that sustains the connection, but an inner, almost intuitive awareness of mutual importance. Moments of reunion, communication, or even subtle signs across distances carry profound emotional resonance, reinforcing the sense of inevitability and deep connection. Each trial is an opportunity to deepen understanding, foster empathy, and reinforce the shared purpose of the relationship. The bond persists because it exists on levels that transcend circumstance, drawing the two individuals together through forces that cannot be entirely explained by logic or reason, but are felt as undeniable and profound. Ultimately, the endurance of a destined relationship through time and circumstance highlights its authenticity and depth. The challenges faced are not deterrents, but confirmations of the connection's significance. Individuals recognize that despite delays, separations, or obstacles, the bond cannot be broken, and the union will manifest in its appropriate time. This understanding fosters patience, trust, and unwavering faith in the unfolding of life. When two people are truly aligned by destiny, no circumstance can permanently separate them. The connection persists, resilient and inevitable, reflecting a deeper orchestration of forces that guide them toward one another, ensuring that their paths converge in alignment with the essential patterns of life, timing, and soul. When two people are destined to be together, there is a profound sense of home and wholeness that arises in their union. This feeling is not rooted in physical space or comfort, but in the emotional and spiritual alignment between them. In each other's presence, both individuals experience a rare sense of completeness, as though an essential part of themselves has been recognized and embraced. There is no need for pretension or performance. Vulnerability is met with acceptance, and authenticity becomes the natural state of being. This sensation of belonging transcends ordinary attachment, fostering a deep inner security that allows each person to explore their individuality while remaining fully connected. It is a harmony that feels both familiar and extraordinary, a quiet confirmation that their meeting was not random, but an unfolding of a deeper pattern guiding their lives toward mutual recognition and fulfillment. This sense of wholeness is reinforced by the way the relationship nurtures personal growth while honoring independence. Each individual remains fully themselves, yet the presence of the other amplifies their capacity for love, understanding, and empathy. There is a shared rhythm in their interactions, a subtle attunement to needs, desires, and emotional states that enhances both intimacy and individuality. Unlike ordinary relationships that may demand compromise at the cost of authenticity, a destined connection provides a foundation of mutual respect and recognition. In this environment, both people feel supported to pursue personal growth, self-discovery, and purpose, knowing that the bond itself offers stability and reassurance. The feeling of home is not static. It is dynamic, evolving as both partners grow together, deepening their sense of connection, safety, and shared meaning. Experiencing wholeness in a destined relationship also brings clarity about the nature of love and partnership. The relationship is not dependent on constant affirmation or external validation, but on the recognition of mutual alignment and resonance. Moments of silence, reflection, and even solitude are meaningful because they are shared in understanding rather than isolation. The sense of home arises from knowing that, regardless of external circumstances, the bond persists and provides a center of emotional and spiritual grounding. This understanding creates a rare type of intimacy where both individuals feel truly seen, heard, and valued for who they are, including their strengths, weaknesses, and complexities. It is in this environment that deep trust, compassion, and harmony flourish. Ultimately, the experience of home and wholeness in a destined connection reflects a union that transcends circumstance and superficial attraction. It is a recognition that two paths, once separate, have converged in alignment with a larger, meaningful pattern. The relationship provides an inner sanctuary, a space where both individuals can fully exist and grow, supported by a bond that is deeply attuned and inherently resilient. In this sense, the feeling of home is not a destination but a living presence, a quiet yet profound confirmation that their meeting, their union, and their shared journey were always part of the unfolding of something essential and enduring. It is the hallmark of a connection that is destined, transformative, and unmistakably real. When two people are destined to be together, their meeting often evokes a profound sense of awe and reverence that goes beyond ordinary experience. This feeling is subtle yet undeniable, as if the universe itself has conspired to bring their paths together. There is a quiet recognition that the connection is not accidental, and that the presence of the other carries a significance that cannot be fully explained by logic or circumstance. Encounters feel charged with meaning, and even small gestures or shared moments seem infused with an almost sacred quality. This sense of wonder arises because the individuals perceive the alignment of their lives at multiple levels, both conscious and unconscious. They intuitively understand that the union reflects deeper patterns of life and consciousness, and that their coming together is part of a larger orchestration that extends beyond immediate perception. The awe they experience is not simply emotional, it is a recognition of something timeless, essential, and profoundly transformative in the presence of another soul. This awareness often inspires gratitude and reflection. Individuals recognize that meeting the other person has illuminated dimensions of themselves and life that might otherwise have remained hidden. There is a sense of reverence for the journey that brought them together, including the challenges, coincidences, and personal growth that preceded their encounter. Moments of silence, shared laughter, or meaningful connection can evoke a deep appreciation for the mysterious forces that guide human relationships. This reverence is not passive, It actively shapes the way they engage with each other, fostering mindfulness, respect, and care. The awareness of destiny heightens the significance of everyday interactions, creating a sense that even ordinary moments are touched by an extraordinary purpose. In this way, the relationship becomes a living testament to the subtle but undeniable presence of destiny in the flow of life. The experience of awe also strengthens the bond by cultivating humility and wonder. When individuals sense the larger patterns at play in their connection, they are reminded that the relationship is part of something greater than themselves. This awareness encourages them to approach the bond with openness, patience, and attentiveness, recognizing that its depth and resilience are supported by forces beyond conscious control. It fosters a profound respect for the other person, acknowledging their role not only as a companion but also as a mirror, guide, and catalyst for growth. The sense of destiny creates a shared understanding that the connection is rare and extraordinary, nurturing both emotional intimacy and spiritual alignment. Through this lens, love and companionship are experienced as part of a meaningful unfolding that transcends the mundane, providing both inspiration and clarity. Ultimately, the moments of awe and reverence in a destined relationship reflect the recognition of a profound truth: that two lives have intersected in alignment with larger, timeless patterns. This awareness amplifies the sense of inevitability, deepens emotional resonance, and transforms the connection into something sacred and enduring. The individuals understand that their union is not only meaningful for themselves, but also part of the greater orchestration of life, guiding them toward shared growth, insight, and fulfillment. The experience of awe becomes a compass, reinforcing the understanding that the meeting of destined souls is a rare and extraordinary event, one that inspires, transforms, and affirms the inherent beauty of connection guided by unseen but unmistakable forces.